I think it's hard to talk about the avant-garde like in this historical sense because there's not really a formal language that everybody agrees on, and that's what it was about. It was about like the language for art and having some call over what that gets to be.
I don't think progress has ever been at stake in art for me. I think that it was always like an imagined aspect.
I think the first part of the 20th century was about killing art, and the second half was about fucking it. That is what I've learned from Spiritual America, and I would argue for the history of postmodernism being a history of pedophilia.
I do think that art is kind of at the mercy of social transformation. I do think that you could gesture towards big fundamental changes and make all these statements or artistic gestures to indicate the necessity for overcoming the distinction between the artwork in the everyday or an art object and a quotidian object or something like that. And I think that, again, as I said before, it kind of begs the question. It doesn't really resolve the issue because art as a institution is at the mercy of society writ large.
Well, I thank you for your question, but I have to say we're capitalist.
I think but like now we have these like kind of horny paintings, you know?
I guess that's where I'm like, okay, figuration. Like, is painting really going through, is art history going through like a period of figuration, or does Instagram just let more people see images with faces in them? And so when we encounter art on Instagram, we just see figurative painting and we assume that that's what painters are doing, that that's just what Instagram thinks is a photograph.
It seems pretty clear that at least among a certain constellation of galleries in New York, like figurative painting is definitely...
It looks the best on Instagram. It really
right,
does.
so, but you, okay, I guess I wasn't sure if you meant that the algorithm is serving up
The algorithm
faces,
is serving up faces, yeah. Yeah.
or if it's reciprocal in that the algorithm serves up faces, so then we make faces.
I think it's a little bit of both. My art doesn't look good on Instagram.
Painting, there is a reason. Representing things, there's a reason for that. Making pretty things and that type of playing that happens in painting like is something that can exist always.
Even the most successful artists, David Lynch or Jim Carrey, will throw their entire careers away to just become fucking painters. Which kind of sucks, but every single artist, no matter what, at the end of the day wants to be a painter. It's kind of an annoying truth, but it's true.